But yes, Chelsea gonna need to answer. Chelsea needs to answer. 6-2. Chelsea needs to answer. In the meantime, I cross board for the remaining games then. Yes, it's about 9 minutes now. Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen 0-0. Chelsea 0. PSG 1. Man City 0. Real Madrid 0. It's now remaining 9 minutes of extra time between Sporting and Bodo. It's still 4-0. Sporting lead. Bodo still yet in 111 minutes played. Still yet to reply. Bodo not get anything to talk. May that they punch you, they beat you since morning, and you have not even one punch to give. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Chelsea want to appeal for a penalty against PSG, but the referee is not having it. Tech Bro, Reservoir, he's flinging his hands. Why they laugh? That gotta be like Tech Bro.
Not Tech Bro now. Even like we're gonna do is Tech IT. We're gonna do Tech IT for Chelsea.
So they're trying. There's no real penalty claim per se. I don't think it will stand, whatever the case may be. Shout out to the PSG goalkeeper because that man literally put he put himself on the line.
That cannot be a penalty.
I don't know why the Chelsea players, what are they surrounding the referee for? But yes, ladies and gentlemen, like this, you don't enter 11 minutes and it's still 0-0 except between Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea, where Chelsea lead right there at the bridge. Yes, PSG draw first blood. All right, yes, 8 minutes left between Sporting and Bodo. Sporting still lead. Okay, Femi, please take us to Arsenal. Take us to the Emirates. What's going on between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen?
Well, so far so good at the Emirates.
Has it been so far so good? Has it been so far so bad?
That was the beginning of my statement. Not
so is that your statement? Is it realistic?
It's been decent. Arsenal have been on the front foot. Obviously, they are going to be on the front foot. They're playing at Emirates, playing in front of their fans. So I'm not, what's the word? I'm not expecting them, or I wasn't expecting them not to come all out in this game. So far so good. They've been able to have few shots in this game. But against Bayer Leverkusen, who obviously understand that if they let Arsenal get the first goal, that might be them opening the doors of heavens for more goals to come in. But they've had just one shot in this game, one shot apiece, to both sides. So there's not been any shot on target to any of the side, be it Arsenal or Bayer Leverkusen. But Arsenal, looking at the score that they put out in this game, they obviously have intent to win. And I'm sure the manager understands that the first 30 minutes of this game is very important for them. Bayer Leverkusen, for me, I believe would be a team that will probably want to stretch them out, want to stress them, and if you cannot get early goals in this game, sometimes you could start getting frustrated to some extent. But so far, I think that the Arsenal have been doing the job. I mean, hold on the possession, try to knock them, break down their defense, and see what you can get from it.
All right. And yes, between Manchester City and Real Madrid, very, very quiet, Femi. It's been very quiet. Nothing really to show for. I expect it by now, City go down there, Now let's look, how is it going, Femi? I know from everything, say, City has had about a total of 4 shots right there. They've had 2 on target. No clear big chance yet. Contrarily now, Real Madrid don't actually get very clear shot on target. In fact, they've had just 1 shot. That same 1 shot now shot on target, and it's also a big chance. Make it not be said City are going to do all the playing and then Madrid does the winning. Because as it stands, City also have 70% of the ball possession while Real Madrid has 30%.
Well, you see, the thing about this game is that for City, for City and for Real Madrid, they are familiar foes, so they know themselves very well. You see that thing when it be like say you don't break leg for the first leg. You see that thing, that's the problem. That 3-0 from the first leg is the problem. Because Madrid understand that we don't have to do so much. Manage this game, and in 90 minutes we are done. There's not going to be any problem. I think that Madrid also will be looking to chase this game and probably get 1 goal for themselves to increase the tally. But I don't think that they are going to be angry yet. Not until probably City get the first goal. Because when City gets the first goal, especially in the first 45, it means that you have reduced your gap or the goal difference to 2. And then you have to keep fighting or looking for a way to get something. And like they always say for me, I believe that, like they always say that, the best form of defense is for you to attack. And I think that's what Real Madrid should do. I don't think Real Madrid, because see, against
Madrid even a defending team.
They're not even a defending team. They're not even a defending team. But against a side like Man City, you don't want to sit too deep. You don't want to concede the first goal. You don't want to give them the hope that there's still a chance here. Because if City if they get at least 1 or 2 goals in the first half of this game, you can be sure that coming into the second 45, they are coming with the hope that, you know what, we can do it. We can get one more goal and make it 3-3, and then we can see what happens. So you don't want to give them that lifeline, like that lifeline at all.
Yes, and now we have about 4 minutes left between Sporting and Bodo. Oh my goodness. And ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to Stamford Bridge. Let me ring the bell. Let's go back to Stamford Bridge. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. Oh dear, Chelsea.
Yes.
PSG 2, Chelsea 0. Bradley Bakola. Yes, Bradley Bakola with a sublime finish. Assist from Ashraf Hakimi.
Oh my God.
Tech bro, don't sit down.
The world champions.
Oh my goodness, it's 14 minutes into play.
Wow.
7-2 on aggregate. Chelsea would need to score 5 goals to equal this and then find a way to win.
Wow.
Oh, Femi.
5 goals.
Femi.
5 goals.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
My
really,
goodness.
really crazy. You know, I didn't think that Chelsea were going to do this. That was why this afternoon I said it, that if there's one thing that I don't have hope that they can do a comeback, is this Chelsea team. I don't think they can do a comeback. I don't think so. Because how are you losing? Bakola scored in the first leg goal. In fact, it was one who scored. I think it was one who scored the first goal in the first leg. And here you are again. The goal that you have to chase was 3. Now you have to chase 5. 5 goals. I don't think that's going to happen in this game. I don't think they have what it takes to chase this one. And the shots was from the edge of the box, and he found a way to get the cross from Ashraf Hakimi. Was who got the assist, and he put the ball into the back of the net from Bradley Bakola. But the truth is that this is not a game that Chelsea would be proud of. At home, at the bridge, in 16 minutes, 2-0, when you are chasing the game, nah, this is not a good sight.
Oh my goodness. I think PSG is just out to make sure they do that thing where Chelsea do them back. Remember, Chelsea beat them 3-0. That was July 13, 2025. And now PSG are out for revenge, for vengeance. And this vengeance is playing out quite well. Chelsea had 3 goals over them. I said, Liam Rezeno, they scratch head. Like who get Kokoro. He don't know what did happen. He has no response yet. But then again, if you know anything about football, you know anything can yet happen. Chelsea need to score just 5 goals. Just 5 goals. And Chelsea would have equalized. In the meantime, yes, sir. Let's hear from you, ladies and gentlemen. It's 0-0 across all centers. It's currently 2-0 PSG lead Chelsea, while 4-0 Sporting still lead Bodo. Hello. 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 All right, please call back. Thank you very much. Hello. Okay, 09041,889, 09044,889. 1 minute left of extra time. I mean, regulation extra time for Sporting CP versus Bodo Glimt. Sporting still lead 4-0. 18 minutes, Arsenal 0, Bayer Leverkusen 0, Chelsea 0, PSG 2, Real Madrid 0, Manchester City 0. Hello, good evening.
Breezy.
Yes, good evening to you.
Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Hello, Breezy.
Yes, good evening, I can hear you. Oh, welcome.
Thank you so much. Breezy, I hope I can talk about the match.
Of course. Go ahead, of course. You can go ahead.
Yeah. Your guest in the house say that if there is any team that can do the comeback, is this Chelsea. I'm sorry, that Chelsea that we're talking about, that Chelsea is gone. No. That Chelsea is gone. It's not this Chelsea that we are talking about now. Look at that line of defense now. It's only one person that will have there, only but Cucurella. Is it Malamsa or is it Chaluba? And do you know that Jorge is the left back, but he's playing at the right back there because Gusto and James they are not available. So, and apart from that, let me just tell you the truth. This PSG team, they are better than this Chelsea. And just like something you said in the last 3 minutes, they have that revenge in their mind. Even to the extent that coach said it immediately after that draw. So when PSG were losing some games in League One, I was telling people, let's not get carried away by this. The people say they will dismantle them. No, that our game is going to be a different ball game because of that defeat that they suffered. And now the worst mistake was to go and correct that. So right now, to tell you the truth, they're going to pump in more goals. So
okay,
they're going to pump in more goals. The only playing thing that if there's no hope for any.
All right. Okay, thank you. Now, I have a WhatsApp message here. Batigov Chinedu from London says, Breezy, please, don't say London Bridge. Say Stamford Bridge is falling down. He says, if you are here in the UK, fans go change up for you. Please be specific which bridge is falling down. Stamford Bridge is different from London Bridge. Okay, I deeply, sorry, my England fans, my London fans, please do not be offended. Stamford Bridge is for... Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Portugal. Let's go to Portugal. He don't finish. There is no coming back from this one.
No.
They can never come back. Oh.
No.
He don't finish. Oh.
No.
But they'll go home. Oh.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sporting CP don't score their 5th goal. It is 5-0 for the Estadio José Alvalade for inside Lisbon. As a matter of fact, Sporting don't do business finish. Sporting, tell me, they discombulate, they differentiate, they dispatiate, they differentiate. In fact, stop me and they need something. Oh, they dissipated Bodo Glimt. Oh my God. Sporting TP 5-0 against Bodo and Glimt. Bodo no answer once. They slap you 1, slap you 2, slap you 3, slap you 4, slap you 5. Bodo no answer once.
Jesus.
I don't think the referee should add extra time on top of this extra time. It is finished. It is now 121 minutes played. In fact, 120 minutes. It is over. Yes, sir. Bodo no go come back from this one. Congratulations to Sporting CP. If anything happens, it's going to be a miracle. But ladies and gentlemen, let me let you know, Manchester City have a red card. Manchester City have a red card.
Yes.
At the Etihad.
There's a penalty today.
And there's a goal to Real Madrid after a penalty call. Wow. Vinicius Jr. He had a rough tackle. Bernardo Silva, he do something very ridiculous and he got shown a red card, a direct red card. Vinny Jr. 9 man will step up to the penalty in the 21st minute, and guys, Real Madrid won. Manchester City 0. 4-0 on aggregate. Let me ring the bell. 4-0 on aggregate. And the Etihad. Oh, the drama plenty. Yes, for the 21st minute, referee Clement stopping. He had to go to check VAR to check whether it was a penalty for Real Madrid.
The way it is.
Bernardo Silva, the ball. So this is what happened. There was a goal. There was an opportunity for a goal. Then Bernardo Silva touched the ball, and then the referee had to go check. And then the referee, after checking VAR, confirmed there was a penalty. And Vinny Jr. and the man will step up to that penalty. And oh my goodness. Now, interestingly, the red card did not come as a result of the penalty. It's that Bernardo Silva, he did something ridiculous. He kind of walk up the pitch after he was shown the red card, and then I think there was some form of altercation, and then they gave him a straight red. And now, yes, Real Madrid lead, which means, wow, City get more work. They're now 10 men. For me, now 10 men remain for City now,
and they're chasing
in front
goals
of their fans, and they're chasing. Oh my God, they will need to score 4 unreplied goals.
It is as it stands right now. The way this night is going, 2 Premier League teams are crashing out.
Almost out. They are 1 leg out.
Yeah, 2 are out.
1 leg out for me.
1
leg out.
As Chelsea is out, Chelsea are not going to score 5 goals. They're not. So Chelsea is out for me. Except they do a miracle. City also, they're technically out. They're not going to do 4 goals with 10 men. I don't know. So I think that this is so as it stands right now, only Arsenal remain, and I hope that Arsenal also don't pull a shocker in this game.
So Sporting CP don't advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
They're the first team to get to the quarterfinals.
To the quarterfinals. Congratulations to Sporting CP. This was a good comeback, Femi. This
very good for them.
This is not real remontada.
I didn't think they were going to do that comeback.
No, this was really
I
good.
felt like Bodo Glimt had answer to them, because if you lose 3-0 away, what you want to do is probably go away. If you win 3-0 at home, what you want to do is go away, manage the game. Even if they're going to score against you, find a way to manage this in a situation where there's not even a way go rule. So there's really nothing for you to really be eager to score for when there's not even a way go rule, where you have a good margin score line. But I'm sorry, I don't think that they had an answer to whatever Sporting brought to them. 5-0. They didn't make it. Not one.
Not one.
And that's good.
Well, the good thing is that in the case of Chelsea, though, they don't get some few fire, some sparks. Chelsea be like they press. But I don't know if as them score now, so PSG have no go score, because the problem is not Chelsea scoring now. The problem is that PSG not go reply.
Yeah, that's it now.
Will PSG not score again, because Chelsea now have to score 5 goals unreplied.
5 goals unreplied.
It's going to be difficult. Well, anyway, between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen, it's still 0-0. Yes, Real Madrid lead after a penalty courtesy of Vini Jr. 1-0 over Man City, 4-0 on aggregate. And yes, PSG down to 10 men after Bernardo Silva, they show him red card for handling the ball. Well, why was it a straight red? I wonder. Anyway, the game yet to produce any, drama for us this evening is just Arsenal versus Bayer Leverkusen. That game, they're very much quiet if you ask me. But the way the stats are, guess what? Arsenal have 6 shots total, 3 shots on target. They never get any off-target shots. They've also had 4 corner kicks. And on ball possession, they're slightly there ahead of Bayer Leverkusen. They are 55% on, while Bayer Leverkusen, they're 45%. All right, quickly, let's go to WhatsApp. There's some messages here. Ima says Madrid to win 2-1. I leave them like that. Says Chelsea with conceding early goals for the past few games is becoming a tradition. Chelsea and Nigeria no get difference. Wrong leadership and plans. And then Chief from London say, Femi, no they mention miracle for Chelsea. I beg. You they see our players or manager we are setting lemon apron. Who are you? He's a choosing. This is from Ilukweju say Chelsea will still shock PSG in this match. Chelsea to win 6-2 to eliminate PSG. Femi, you know, yeah? And this is coming from Ahmed. Ahmed said Bodo Glimt, they do like Jimmy Garcia. Them they punch without any guiding. It's over for them tonight. Well, they're out already. It's full time. They've lost 5-0. PSG will beat Chelsea 3-1, while Arsenal are winning tonight by 2-0. Man City will draw 1-1, so there won't be much goals. Okay, let's see how that pans out. Babatunde from UK say Manchester City 2, Real Madrid 1. Says Chelsea 1, PSG 3, Arsenal 1-0. Okay, make we see whether those predictions could come to pass. Hello, good evening. Please call back. And ladies and gentlemen, almost 30 minutes now. We're 27 minutes in action. Arsenal 0, Bayer Leverkusen 0, Chelsea 0, PSG 2, Manchester City 0, Real Madrid 1. Manchester City down to 10 men after a red card for handling the ball to Bernardo Silva. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. All right, please call back. Okay, Femi, take us to Arsenal Leverkusen. How are they playing? I mean, well, I know how it is on paper, but how are they playing?
Well, 27 minutes gone in that game. It's been all Arsenal actually. So I think the Arsenal are doing the right things. The result is not coming yet, or the goals are not coming yet. But if they keep on doing what they are doing, I think the goals will come at some point. They've had possession. They've had most shots in this game so far, so good. That's on paper. But in terms of eye test, what they've been able to do in this game, Leverkusen have been pegged back a lot. They've not been able to do so much going forward. And you can understand why. You are playing at the Emirates. You are playing in front of, Arsenal fans. Arsenal have a duty, to discharge to their fans, to show them that, we're serious. We can get this game done. Yes, we drew away to Leverkusen. Here we are. We can get this win. and the camera it's not Max Duman. The camera partner of this right now. But then I feel like Arsenal have done a good job here. What would they need to do more? I mean, at the end of the day, when you don't have the results, you have to still do more. You have to get the ball into the back of the net, and so far so good. They've done well. Oh, good
all right. Yes, fans have more friends. Fans have more friends. Says Heineken. Bar from our father, he says fans have more friends, but today my friend will beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-1. That's Arsenal. He says Chelsea to lose 4-0 and Madrid to win 6-1. Yes, the Heineken Tottenham. Fans have more friends. Yes, this is the coverage. Champions League coverage of the return leg of the round of 16 for Tuesday. And then, of course, tomorrow we have more action. Let's hear from Heineken. We'll be back.
Can I get a Heineken?
Sorry, we're out of Heineken.
Ah.
Just kidding.
Unique, balanced taste for that first.
Is very, very extraordinary.
Heineken for a fresher world. Not for sale to persons under 18. Drink responsibly.
Fans have more friends. No worry, inside that short break, nothing has happened. We know in football, even in the slightest seconds, something can happen. But 30 minutes gone now. Arsenal 0, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Chelsea 0, PSG 2. And yes, for the Etihad, in front of their fans, 10 Man City 0, Real Madrid 1. On aggregates, Arsenal 1-1. Chelsea 7-2. What am I saying? Is it 7-2, Femi?
Yeah,
Let me be sure because
7.
It's 7-2, ba?
Yeah, 5 in the first leg, 2
7-2.
now.
Kai. And then Man City 4-0 in front of their fans. So the two English teams in front of their fans, they really need to do something, guys. They need to do something. But let's go to Chelsea versus PSG. Femi, what's been happening? I mean, the last 10 minutes since the goal. What's going on?
Well, I mean, for Chelsea, since they've conceded 2 goals, first of all, their body don't calm down. You know. And
Are they supposed to calm down?
They're good. Well, again, because they know that at this point this is mountainous for them. Whatever they want to do right now is quite mountainous. It's very huge for them to climb, and so I can understand why they feel this way. So far so good. After 31 minutes of football, PSG have shown that they are the better side. There's no difference about. There's nothing to challenge from that one. And as bad as you might say the defense of PSG is also vulnerable, they are better. They are miles better than what's
been pushing. Like him and Bradley back. And as a matter of fact, yes, Arsenal lead 1-0. Bayer Leverkusen 0, of course. Chelsea 0, PSG 2, Manchester City 0, Real Madrid 1. Let's go back to Chelsea. Haaland finally gets one past the goalkeeper. And yes, 4-1 on aggregate. If there's a team that can maybe do a comeback between Chelsea and Man City. I mean, Man City, even with 10 men, I mean, they got 1 goal. Right now, they're about 3 goals shy.
Chelsea with 11 men.
5 goals. That's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, Haaland with 1 goal for Manchester City.
Wow.
As against Real Madrid's 4 in total. So they need 3 more goals. I mean, 3 more goals. Hey, the funny thing is that Paris Saint-Germain is not even going down. like these guys, they see they press. I bet it was actually Chelsea who had the opportunity, but yes, Paris Saint-Germain still pressing. Now, Cole Palmer Femi Kopama come very close again to get an opportunity there to try to put Chelsea ahead. I think it's a good thing that Chelsea they push them backwards now. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing for them. Chelsea have to do that. At least for them to, show them that we have intentions of doing something. We can also scare you and all of that. But again, I think the ultimate scaring tactics is what they already have which is the goal. So I don't see how they are able to they are going to be able to scare them away.
Well, I mean, the opportunities keep coming. Kopama with about maybe the crosses there a bit too long. He's trying to get those crosses in, from the left hand side. And now Chelsea actually get corner. Kopama, instead of crossing it again, because it seems that the crosses are not working, decided to play it out wide and then try to get the guys in the box 18 to try to push it back in. But honestly, the Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper don't work well this night. So as in, if not this one, they check before they pay him in salary.
The goal Anthony Gordon scored. Anthony Gordon literally sprint past a Chelsea defender to go and get the goal, and you were ahead of him, like at least to some certain degree you're ahead of him, but he sprint past you, to go and score, to go and get a goal for the team. So they have a defensive problem. I mean, these guys are not good enough defensively, and they keep showing it time and time again. At this point, see, I don't want any Chelsea fan to tell me about how Tosin is not a good defender. Badeshil is not the one that is not. See, their defenders are bad, like all of them. Like, from mention any one of them, and they have a problem. Every one of their defenders has problem. And
on 889-090-44,889. Don't forget, the fans have more friends and Heineken that Intercom.
Can I get a Heineken?
Sorry, we're out of Heineken.
Ah.
Just kidding.
Unique, balanced taste for that first.
Halftime between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen. That's halftime. Arsenal 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Halftime, Chelsea 0. Paris Saint-Germain 2. It's almost halftime. Manchester City 1. Real Madrid 1. Maybe your assessment of the whole first half so far.
Well, so far, let me start from the Chelsea PSG game. Am I surprised of the scoreline or how it panned out? No. I didn't think that Chelsea had what it takes to respond properly to what PSG was going to throw at them. Like I said, this team is suffering from the squad that they have. They don't have enough. They don't have enough in their arsenal, to do a comeback in this game. On a good day, Chelsea are one of the few teams in Europe that you can call on this kind of nights and they will turn up so big for you. They might lose the game.
So what's different?
They might lose the game, but they will turn up. They will find a way to fight. The difference is the players. The difference is the manager. They don't have quality players, especially defensively. Let me put it that way. They don't have players who can show up for them defensively. And also, in terms of the players that they have, in terms of the manager that they have also,
and Real Madrid, and it's quite surprising because now 3 minutes of other time they give, but now we're 5 minutes in. Arsenal 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0. Oh yes, it's now halftime between City and Real Madrid 1-1. And don't forget, this halftime is brought to you by Heineken. Yes, we'll take more of your contributions after this break.
The action continues right here. Second 45 of action in the UEFA Champions League about to get started. And yes, I can tell you definitely that it is happening across all the centers. Let's go right across to the centers and let you know that it is Arsenal 1, Bayer Leverkusen 0, 2-1 on aggregate. Chelsea trail 2-0 against Paris Saint-Germain, and it is Manchester City 1, Real Madrid 1 in that game. Bernardo Silva sent off already. Pep Guardiola booked 2 goals scored so far in that game, and I can tell you that 2 yellow cards as well. Pep not on the pitch, but Kushanov definitely on the pitch as far as this one is concerned. So these are the highlights of the game. Second 45 about to get started, and yes, we've got you covered right here on your Champion Star Sports Radio Brilliant FM. Yes, at this point in time, it is VQ reporting for duty. Yes, Victor Okan is my name, and I've got you covered. Yes, Femi Olubi is also right here on the show. We'll just take quick thoughts on the first 45 as far as this one is concerned. Bayer Leverkusen really created a bit of problems for Arsenal, restricted them to some sort of play, but of course stopped them from getting in the central area to control the game, restricted them to the flanks, and Arsenal had to rely on some of the things that they know how to do, set piece situations and all of that. But yes, eventually got a goal. They needed a shooter. Eze offered that, and so far they lead 1-0. Leverkusen has a game to chase. It sort of looks a bit open now for Arsenal, but Leverkusen might have to be a bit patient and not to chase this game on the front foot from the blast of the second 45.
Yeah, they have to be careful because for me, I believe strongly that the first goal that Arsenal has gotten is a bait. And if they fall into that trap, they most likely will get more. Because that first goal means that you
don't have anything to defend against now. You have to come out.
Now they've stimulated your brain to believe that you cannot defend again now. You have to come at us and find a way to also get your own goal and probably make it 2-2. And if you do that and you're not strong defensively, with the likes of Eberechi, Bukayo Saka, and how fast they are, they can actually take you on a counter and then put the ball into the back of the net. And before you know it, you're already losing 3-1 or 4-1, and there's no way for you to come back again. So at the end of the day, they have to be careful. And but one thing that Bayer Leverkusen did in the first 45 that made sense was that they found a way, like you said, to restrict Arsenal. They were careful. They did their job diligently. But at the end of the day, you can't stop an idea whose time has come, and that's the way. That's something about goals. You can't stop a goal that is about to that's going to happen at the end of the day either. No matter how much you try it, no matter how much you try to stop it. So for me, I believe that for Bayer Leverkusen, they have the second 45, to manage the game, to be careful. Like I said, patient. They don't have the luxury to be flamboyant in this one. They have to find a way to see out the game, find a way to probably get an equalizer first before they can then hope or be aiming to get the winner in this one.
Okay, let's see if there is a chance that they could get something going for them. A bit of hope, a bit of aiming, or a bit of the ambition to make it happen on the night. All of this, of course, and lots more we will talk about when the second 45 gets started. For City and Real Madrid, well, City being able to put a goal back while they are one man down, it gives a bit of a glimmer of hope. Can they bank on that and hope to get back in this game?
Yeah, they can bank, but they are 10 men down.
One man down. 10 men on the pitch.
They are one man. They are one man now, actually. I don't see how they are going to do it. It's a tough job. It's a tough job. If they do it against Real Madrid, then that's an indictment, or that's a big indictment on Real Madrid. That's a big indictment on the manager. I said it while we're probably going on the break for the first 45. I said it that if Real Madrid are smart, this is time for you to come back into the second 45 and find a way to panabit them. Yes, you have to do that for them. But again, I can understand that City are not going to lay low at this point because what do they have to lose again? They're already 3 goals down. And they are one man down also.
We talk about Chelsea, who of course it looks like they were hard done by. You and I have had this same conversation before. Even on the day the first leg was played, we said losing the first leg by the margin they lost that game, by that 5-2 margin, made it a tall order for them. Whatever it is that is a driving force for them, we didn't see that in the game against Newcastle to say that their resolve was stronger coming into this game. And then they started on the front foot against a team you needed to score 3 goals against. Of course, your approach must be a patient one. Chelsea jumped at them from the very beginning and opened spaces at the back, made mistakes, and goals came in. Chelsea are chasing these by, they have to score 5 goals now to tie this one, and they have only 45 minutes to do that.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, it will not happen. I'm speaking emphatically now. It's not going to happen. There's no way you're going to do that, because what is the assurance that even if you get 1 goal, PSG will not score again? Because defensively, Chelsea are porous. They are vulnerable defensively. PSG also are vulnerable defensively, but in terms of quality, to what they both have defensively, PSG have better defenders than what Chelsea can parade in this game.
Okay, 090-41,889, 090-44,889. Keep the messages coming in, and let's talk to you on the show this evening as we get set to get the second 45 started in the fixtures of the UEFA Champions League. Of course, Bodo Glimt have been dumped out of the competition. Round of 16 is a good try for them. It is their first time ever they are getting this far and putting Norway on the map to the best of their ability. Won the first leg 3-0. Drew the second leg 3-3 at full time, but of course it went into extra time and they considered 2 more goals, and that was the end of their story. But yes, can we see more of that tonight as far as these games are concerned? Let's go to the phone lines and talk to you on the show this evening. You could also leave your messages on WhatsApp 090-44,889, where we can take them and fill your polls. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, try again to reach us, and let's talk to you this evening on the show. Hello, good evening to you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Brian.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, Monday from Monday.
Okay, Monday. Let's hear you.
Yeah. So this match now, it's match. It's painful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because this young man called our coach. Don't know what he's doing over there. Hello?
Yeah, go on. We can hear you.
Yes, don't know what he's doing over there. So that young man, I want to give him punishment. Now, don't go to cement to go through after this match. Only him will do chance to get cement. Slow down. Because
okay, thank you so much for that one. Not impressed with the coach, what he's done right there. The second 45 has started in the game between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen, and the Chelsea PSG game as well. Second 45 has also started. Yes, let's let you know that a game currently on, and we are definitely serving you what the action is, serving us right there on the show tonight. Yes. As it continues, we are definitely taking you there, talking about, the game in the UEFA Champions League. Let's let you know that Chelsea have made a quick substitution. Yes, they have made a quick substitution at the start of the second 45. I can tell you for certain that, Mamadou Sarr has been substituted for Josh Echampong. Yes, it's a big one for the young star tonight, but he steps onto the pitch and he is going to be a part of this Chelsea side. I felt it was a bold call not to have started, what's his name now? The French guy. I thought it was a bold call not to have started Fofana. And then I said, okay, there's always a first time, even though I knew that this was a very difficult situation to have started Sarr. But yes, a mistake tonight, allowing Kivicha Varadkelia to get in front of him, and all that has happened as far as this game is concerned. We'll probably be talking about how much is not good for the guy's confidence. But again, this is a game where this is a stage of the competition where you actually have to leave no margin for errors, and that has cost them now. Yeah,
at the end of the day, I said it before that Leon Rossino is doing things that ordinarily a rookie manager would do. I'm not really blaming him for a lot of things. He's under pressure. He would make decisions that sometimes you'll question it. But like you said, there's no margin for error.
Yeah.
If one person is not doing the job, you bring them out, bring the next person in. That's the way it is done. At the end of the day, if the job is not done, you will be the one to get sacked. We have always said here, you can't sack 22 players. You can't sack.
They are more than that.
You can't even
Some
sack.
don't even make match day squad.
Some don't even you can't sack a whole squad. at the end of the day. So how do you want to do it? So at the end of the day, it's only the man who is heading that squad that you probably have to let go, and then probably you let few other players to go, you bring in new set again, and that's what you can do.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right, let's see, of course, what's going to happen as far as this particular one is concerned, because I can tell you for certain that it is only 48 minutes and it is goalless. It is Chelsea nil, PSG 2 right there in this particular game. And what are the chances of Chelsea possibly coming back into this game? Because, yes, we talked about, they having when you least expect them. A lot of people talk about that when they talk about Chelsea. When you least expect them, they step up to the occasion and make it count where it matters. And that's not something we have seen in the course of the first 45 minutes of this game. Do you by any chance think that after the team talk in the dressing room that we might see a different Chelsea?
Well, I don't think that there's anything Liam is going to say that's special, especially when you are leading, when you are losing, when you have a 5-goal difference to chase. I don't think that there's anything you want to say. In games like this, what you depend on as managers is the inner man of your players. Like they have to be the one to take matters into their own hands to say, you know what, we want to prove something here.
Give it the extra fight.
Give it the extra fight. What do you want to tell them that they've not heard before? Oh, to go out there, fight for it, you can do it. That's motivational talks.
Yeah.
That can only take you to some extent. By the time you concede, if they concede another goal, if Chelsea concede another goal in that game, that motivational talk that you give them in the dressing room flies away. So you need them to channel their inner energy, their inner person, for them to fight for you, for them to show that they want it. Aside from that, there's nothing you want to tell them. These are grown-up men.
Okay, let's see, of course, what's going to happen as far as this one is concerned. Yes, action brought to you by Heineken. Yes, it is the UEFA Champions League, and I can tell you it is 50 minutes in the game between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen, and 50 minutes in the game between Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain. Second half have started at the Etihad. It is 47 minutes on the clock. Yes, it means 2 minutes have rolled by since the start of the second 45. It is 1-1 right there in that game. Okay, yes, action continues, and we are definitely taking you right into it on the show tonight. Yes, the coverage powered by Heineken. 090-41,889, 090-44,889, and yes, the numbers to call as far as this one is concerned. Last week Wednesday, all of these guys were in action. We were seeing a lot of goals, and of course, in terms of goals, I'm not sure we've seen a lot of. Okay, maybe of course if you include the early kickoff where 5 goals were scored in a single game, you say that there is something in this one as much as possible. But of course, looking at the Arsenal game, 1 goal is not a good enough cushion as far as this one is concerned for Arsenal to begin to think that this is home and dry. It's pretty early.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they know that. It's not home and dry for them. They still have a lot of job to do. They need to probably get the second goal in this game to make it 3-1 on aggregate, and that's when they can probably have some sort of relief in this game. But as it stands right now, they don't have that. They shouldn't be feeling pompous. They shouldn't be feeling that they are leading with a very special margin. It's just 1 goal margin. Leverkusen gets an equalizer, and then the game gets back to like you're playing 0-0 again. So I'm sure they understand that. I'm sure the manager has told them that. And so far so good. The second 45, I don't think they've relented. I think that they've also tried to do what they did in the first 45. And I think that this first 45 is looking like it's giving us a replica of the first 45. While Leverkusen did everything defensively, they played like a team. They were compact. They tried to block Arsenal from doing so much, and then at some point they broke loose, and somebody had to take matter into his own hand, which was Ebrecheze, scored from the edge of the box, and that was how they were able to lead in this game.
Okay.
I think that's going to happen again probably.
All right, let's see how that goes as far as action in the second 45.
I don't think that they have a source where these goals are coming from. Will they probably get a goal in this game or two? Nah, maybe. But will they win this game? Nah, I don't think so.
Okay, yes, 50 minutes at the Etihad Stadium. 1-1 says the scoreline. It means that we have about 40 more minutes of normal time. Of course, in tonight's encounter. Obviously, it's a very big revenge for PSG this evening after roasting Chelsea both at home and away. I think by now everyone should know who truly the defending World Cup World Club champions are. Chelsea has that title now. What are you saying? Power City from Apex Avenue. Yes, this one is coming from you this evening. This one says, good evening, guys. Kerrison from KD says, this Chelsea match is funny. They even agree show us ball possession again. Okay. Ismail Sani says,
big man that is out injured for them right now is Rich James.
Yeah.
That's the only person that is out injured. This is squad they have. It's funny because I've always opined that this Chelsea squad, they are a bunch of potentials. You cannot keep this squad and say you want to win anything major with these guys. This is not how to build this. That old model, that old thing where they say, oh, this is a new era, different from Roman Abramovich era. This is a new era where we want to build with young players and all that.
I always have problems with transfers. I mean, maybe a few of our friends who have heard me say that a lot of times will understand what I'm saying when I say that my problem with transfer is not that recruitment, you don't want to bring in players. It is 100% a coaching thing because, yes, they have a good coach in Luis Enrique. The quality of the recruitment also is good enough for them to suit a particular style of play, because anybody who's also coming at Chelsea, there's also the room for us to make excuses and say, oh, the man has not signed his own players, give him the benefit of the doubt, let him recruit his own players, and then we can judge him based on that. Like, with which money are you going to be recruiting your own players?
Chelsea currently have a suspended ban.
Well, it has not come into full effect yet.
Yeah.
And that is only in the Premier League. That's only in the Premier League. So if it happens elsewhere, I don't know, but they've actually survived a thing like that before. Frank Lampard had to push them all the way.
I think the owners would look at themselves. Tolboili and Egbali or whatever their name is. Egbali, yeah. I think they would look at themselves and know that they've made a mistake with these signings. I don't think they are going to agree.
PSG 2, Chelsea 0. Yes, in that game as well. Let's let you know that it is still 1-1 between Manchester City and Real Madrid. Yes, a round of 16 action taking place, and yes, we're bringing you all of it as the action continues right here. And yes, keep it locked on Brilla. Yes, action brought to you by Heineken. Yes, 090-41,889, 090-44,889. We'll take a quick message. We'll be right back.
Can I get a Heineken?
Sorry, we're out of Heineken. Just kidding.
Is for the way you look at me. Oh.
The action continues right here. Of course, more goals.
The European champions have made it 3 against the world champions. What did happen?
Femi, why is this laughter tainted in hate?
Vicky, don't
why is this laughter
tainted? I'm just doing my job.
You're just doing your job. It is now 3-0. Yes, wow. Paris Saint-Germain 3, Chelsea 0. Yes, Chelsea 0, Paris Saint-Germain 3. And that, of course, is the scoreline at this point in time. Yes, PSG have added a third as far as this one is concerned. Yes, talking about this scramble for those guys. They escaped earlier on. That Victor Gyökeres's cross that Nkapie couldn't put in the net. That defender intercepted. And then there was a Saka cross that they cleared. But it took them like 3-4 touches to clear that ball. You just knew that something was wrong. And maybe this is the goal that deflates them now?
Yeah, I think so. I think that the most important goal of this game has been scored.
The cushion goal.
Yeah. At this point, Arsenal can relax. When I mean relax, not sleep,
not take their foot off the gas.
No, but they
as
can,
much as possible,
yeah, they
just
calm down. You know,
stay in the game as much as possible.
Control the game. Now they can control the pace of the game, do whatever they want to do with the game, and just see it out at this point.
Okay, let's let you know that at the start of the second 45, Courtois is injured. Is now out of the game. Lunin is the man
who is playing a team that wants to revenge, and you are playing players off position. What is Reece James doing in the midfield?
Reece James is not playing this night. Reece James is out injured.
He's talking about the first leg.
Oh, first leg? You mean the first leg?
Yeah, I mean the first leg.
Okay.
That's why he killed the game. From the first leg, he killed the game.
Okay.
Even Maresca and this new coach are fond of something, using play in French wings, where you have the real player that play that wings sitting on the bench doing nothing. So to me, as long as they keep signing baby coaches, let me call them baby coaches, Chelsea go nowhere. In the next 10 years, I doubt if they will be here in Chelsea again. Maybe they will go to release.
Real Madrid won by the substitutions Pep has introduced. Smacks of the man is already looking at the final on Sunday. Let's take out some of these guys so we don't exactly wear them out. We know that 4 more goals will be hard to come by. We could fight. Maybe most importantly, fight not to concede, but not if a win doesn't come, we can take that in our stride and just go home and tell ourselves that we did our best.
Yeah, I mean, you have to start looking forward. You have to start looking at the future. The future is defined.
Patrick Schick has also been introduced to Bayer Leverkusen in the game against Arsenal. Let's hear you.
Yeah, they have to start looking at the future. They play the Carabao Cup final 5:30 on
Eze is also off. Kai Havertz has also been introduced.
Yeah, someone for him.
Yes.
You know, so I mean, I can't fault the man at this point with 10 men. I don't think that and I think that
it is a cross from Victor Gyökeres. Saka got a header to it, and then it will be chalked off. It will be chalked off.
That touched
because the goalkeeper parried it onto the hand of Kai Havertz. And
Kai was even holding a man, like visibly holding a man.
He was grabbing at Malik Tillman's shirt, and that will be ruled out. That will be ruled out. Yes, I think so. Yes, I definitely think it will be ruled out. So goal not given. Goal not given. Yeah. Probably still waiting for VAR. Yes, the check is on. The check is on, but it says foul. Yes, it says foul, and that is the end of that story right there, as far as that one is concerned. So yes, it stays 2-0. And yes, talking about this particular game, yes, that of course a check over 2-0. Yes, action brought to you by Heineken. Yes, UEFA Champions League action on FC. Yes, he says then they disappoint. Oh, Rosinho is who you call Rosemary. He says this present Chelsea has a very long way to go. The World Cup seems like a huge distraction to the team. He says they have a long way to go. As for Man City, it's all over. But for Bodo Glimt, for Mahansha, as they plan to order their jersey. Congrats to Mikel Arteta. He has finally found the trick to chew with the big boys. I think for Bodo Glimt, I'm actually still going to get the jersey of that team. I am sold out on that project completely, and it didn't start today. All the guys who can do all the running and make things work out. But a selfish one there from Victor Gyökeres probably should have been able to play any of those guys on.
I think he should have released the ball earlier.
Yeah.
I think he released the ball late, and that was why that could not materialize for Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
I think Saka got the pass.
He needed to touch it once or twice.
Well, I think, well, I won't say selfish, but I think that was a delay. I think he had the intention of taking it himself.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so.
I think he got to a point. Then
he ran too close to a point where he got too close.
He couldn't take it anymore.
Yes,
so that's why he gave the ball. And by the time he gave the ball, it was already late.
Okay. Let's see how that goes, because it is 75 minutes on the clock in that game right now. Arsenal still lead 2-0 in the fixture. Action brought to you by Heineken. It is Champions League action. Hello, good evening. continue to take you closer to the action. Courtesy Heineken. Let's take a quick message. We'll be back with more.
Can I get a Heineken?
Sorry, we're out of Heineken.
Ah,
Just kidding.
Is for the way you look at me. O is for the
unique, balanced taste for that first.
V is very, very extraordinary.
Heineken for a fresher world. Not for sale to persons under 18. Drink responsibly.
Yes, of course, action brought to you by Heineken. And yes, Champions League action. Keep it coming. Let's hit the phone lines and talk to you on the show this evening. Hello, good evening to you.
It is 2 legs. PSG treat them like just small children, like school boys. And what the places they were getting this way. As for this again, you two have been 4-0 by now. I don't know. Please, they should think about it, and they must stop condemning every manager that comes their way. Every manager that enters their club, they have something wrong to say about such a manager. Every manager that comes to them now has a problem. I don't know why it is like that. Let them take that account and do better. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for that one. Of course, advice to Chelsea fans: respect the manager, get in behind them, support them, back them. 10 minutes to the end of that game, and yes, action brought to you by Heineken. It's Champions League action. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Mayor calling from Yaro.
You're welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, for
The back of the net, Ryan Aitnouri, but yes, goal was disallowed. Yes, it has been ruled out for offside in that game. Kylian Mbappe has picked up a yellow card for delay of the game. He has joined the action since the 69th minute, replacing Brahim Diaz. Kamavinga has come on for Goulet. Moran has come on for Pitak in this game as well. Nico has replaced Rodri in the game. Yes, Nico Gonzalez replacing Rodri in the game right there. And I can tell you that Andrich has been substituted for Fernandez as Bayer Leverkusen having one final roll of the dice in this game to see if they get anything out of it. 83 minutes on the clock. Arsenal 2, Leverkusen 0 in that game. And of course, another clearance from the Gunners there, this time coming from the boots of Mosquera in the game. Let's let you know that 83 minutes also, Chelsea 0, yes, PSG 3, but there is an injury concern with Chalobah on the deck right there. Yes, there is an injury concern. Chalobah is on the deck. Trevor Chalobah is down and injured, and the referee had to stop play for the player to get some treatment, some medical treatment. Alejandro Garnacho, of course, had a chance before then, which of course he couldn't connect with properly. And yes, the scoreline stays the way it is. Leverkusen have had 6 corners, Arsenal have had 9. I did say today that, look, go for the corners in that game. And yes, I'm sure you went for the corners in that game because, yes, it is what it is right now. And that has definitely counted as far as this fixture is concerned. So, yes, of course, action continues. 6 minutes of normal time left in the game between Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen. And for the Chelsea game, fans have started leaving the stadium.
Yeah,
yes, fans have started exiting the stadium.
This is embarrassing to them already.
Well, your 3 goes down, and you are 8-2 on aggregate down. Yeah, where you going to get 6 goals from in 6 minutes? And a stretcher is on the pitch. It looks like it is worse than we thought. Yes, it looks like it is worse than we thought because he's out injured again.
It's still
more problems for Chelsea.
Yeah, more problems for them. Chalobah is one of the few guys that they defensively that they can still bank on, to give them good performances. But he's out again. He's also out, or it looks like he's also going to be out for maybe a while now. It's not looking good for them. These injuries are not coming at the right time. It's coming at a time where Chelsea do not have the
injury. No go right to let us say they come. And the worst part, Chelsea have made all 5 substitutions before that injury. They've made all 5 substitutions. Chapong is on, replacing Sarr. Delap came on to replace João Pedro. Garnacho came on for Cole Palmer. Romeo Lavia came on for Enzo Fernandez. And this time, of course, Tosin Adarabioyo has come on to replace Marc Cucurella. So Chelsea will play this game with 10 men. Yes, they will play this game with 10 men from now till the final whistle.
I think the game is done for them already. They have less than 5 minutes for the regular time to end, and then wait for the additional minutes. Well, there's not been so much delay in the game, so I probably will see max maybe 5 more minutes at that time, and then they'll call it a day on that one. So.
Okay, let's of course see how it goes, but I tell you, Bayer Leverkusen were so close to pulling one back. Yes, they had done all the hard work. Yes, Kofane had done all the hard work, but David Raya, yes, parried it clear.
Solid
what
save.
a save from the man. Then he says he has the reflexes of a cat. The big OG said he has the reflexes of a cat.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you see him react like that, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Spontaneous.
Because yes, how did he see that first time and reacted the way he did in that situation? But yes, Leverkusen. Minutes at the Emirates Stadium. Yes, it is 90 minutes at the Emirates Stadium, and Victor Gyökeres will be substituted at this point in time. He's had a good run. He has definitely had a good run in this game. Unfortunate not to score. Probably would have had an assist. Delayed that pass. Thought he could take the shot by himself, and then he was closed down. Decided to make a pass. He comes up for Miles Lewis Kelly in this game, and I think one other thing that has worked for Arsenal as far as this game is concerned for me is that the margin for error they found it. It's full time at Stamford Bridge. I mean, yeah, there's a way you beat the opponent. As long as the opponent agrees, you don't have a problem with it. You just accept the team that you are leading. The opponent can approach the referee and say, once it is time,
we don't want you to have
just end the game and let everybody go home, and they'll be cool with it. But yes, it's full time at Stamford Bridge. 8 goals to 2 on aggregate, 3 goals to 0 on the night in the game, as Chelsea have been knocked out of the round of 16 of this season's UEFA Champions League. Let's let you know that it is still 1-1 in the game between Manchester City and Real Madrid. 88 minutes on the clock, and I have a secret to why they can turn that around, but I will keep it. I sell it. I sell that secret. It's for sale. So you don't know what you should have done. I know what you should have done.
I'm Christy calling from Awada.
Okay, welcome.
I wish Arsenal to beat Bayer Leverkusen by 3 goals to 0, but let's see how it goes within this short period.
This is the second leg. You say within this first leg. First leg has been decided, and it's full time at the Emirates. 2 goals to 0. Yes, 3-1 on aggregate. It is game over for Arsenal as far as this one is concerned. And yes, that I can tell you certainly. Let's of course switch attention to the Etihad. Only 3 minutes were added in that game. Yes, action brought to you by Heineken. And yes, we're counting down to the 3 minutes of time added on in the game between Manchester City and Real Madrid. Round of 16 action in the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid once again, yes, they have made it 2-1. That sorry look coming from the sidelines, of course, tells you the entire story. Real Madrid were just too good for these people over 2 legs, and that, of course, is the story in this fixture. So yes, 2 goals to 1. It is 5-1 on aggregate. Yes, 5-1 on aggregate because Vinicius Jr. has once again scored in the game against Manchester City. Yes, it is 5-1 on aggregate, 2-1 on the night. And yes, that is the story as far as this one is concerned. Let's go to the phone lines. Yes, UEFA Champions League action brought to you by Heineken. Let's take more calls and take your reactions on the show tonight. Hello, good evening.
Victor.
Good evening.
Your friend,
welcome.
Victor, we really sympathize with our brothers from London. We are not ready. So that title, world champion, Ogao. They come back another time.
That's the beauty of the sport. Only one winner will emerge. If you fight and run away, there's another day to fight.
Okay, I really pity my friend on this station. What is it? He used to call every time. It's a Chelsea fan that they are the best team in the world. We'll see.
Leave that for another day. Leave that for another day, please. We are reacting to the match tonight. Vinicius' goal has been chalked off, by the way. But Real Madrid, they go for it again, and yet they score. Yes, they have scored again after that goal was ruled out. A good cross from Tchouaméni, and Vinicius once again has found the back of the net. And this time around, come on, it is 2-1. That goal has just been ruled out, and Vinicius has just scored once again to make it a 2-1. I'm sure on his ticket he took it to win home and away. Because, come on now, why are you not resting? You just had a goal cancelled, barely a minute, and then you're scoring another one again. No. This is personal. He carried that game straight win for his team, and that's what we are seeing tonight as far as this one is concerned. Not a confident figure from Pep right there, and piling up on his woes there. He's out of a second competition. Yeah. Okay, the first competition officially. It might be up to 3 by the end of this week, or by mid-April.
In fact, by this weekend,
by Sunday, we would know if he will have one in the bag or one out of the way. Because if he wins that, well, he can still compete for the remaining. But if he loses that, he will be out of 2 competitions in the space of 5 days. And then, of course, we'll be looking at the title race still. But it's full time at the Etihad. Manchester City 1, Real Madrid 2. And that, of course, is the end of proceedings at the Etihad tonight. 2-0. That game has ended. Champions League action brought to you by Heineken. Hello, good evening.
Is it King?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Sandy, I greet you.
Yeah, welcome.
My name is Romeo.
Okay, Romeo.
I sympathize with my noisy neighbors. Oh, God. Arsenal noisy neighbors.
Okay, thank you so much for that one. Of course, on the show this evening. Of the Moroccan Football Federation. The Confederation of African Football Appeal Board decided today that in application of Article 84 of the regulations of the CAF African Cup of Nations, Senegal national team is declared to have forfeited the final match of the CAF Cup of Nations 2025, with the result of the match being recorded as a 3-0 in favor of Morocco. On the appeal by the Morocco Football Federation regarding the application of Article 82 and 84 of the regulations of the Confederation of African Football African Cup of Nations, yes, the AFCON, the CAF Appeal Board made the following rulings. The appeal lodged by the Morocco Football Federation is declared admissible in form and in appeal, and the appeal is upheld. 2. The CAF Disciplinary Board's decision is set aside, and the CAF Appeal Board further finds that the conduct of the Senegal national team falls within the scope of Article 82 and 84 of the regulations of the African Cup of Nations. the protest lodged by the Morocco Football Federation is upheld. It is declared that the Federation, yes, the Senegal Football Federation, FSF, through the conduct of its team, infringed Article 82 of the regulations of the African Cup of Nations. In application of Article 84 of the regulations of the African Cup of Nations, the Senegal team is declared to have forfeited the match, with the result recorded 3-0 in favor of the Morocco Football Federation. And all other motions or prayers of relief are dismissed. The appeal lodged in respect of Mr. Ismail Saibari, member, yes, a player number 11 of the Morocco national team, is partially upheld. CAF Appeals Board, yes, confirmed the finding that Mr. Ismail Saibari, player number 11 of the Morocco national team, committed the misconduct in violation of Article 82 and 83 of the CAF Disciplinary Code. The sanction imposed on Mr. Ismail Saibari is amended to a suspension of 2 official CAF matches, of which 1 is suspended. A fine of $100,000 is imposed on Saibari, is set aside. The appeal lodged in respect of the ball boys incident is partially upheld. CAF Appeal Board confirms the finding that the Morocco Football Federation is responsible for the conduct of the ball boys during the aforementioned match. The fine imposed on the Morocco Football Federation in respect to the ball boys incident is reduced to $50,000. The appeal lodged in respect of the interference around the UEFA VAR review area is dismissed. The fine of $100,000 is imposed on the Morocco Football Federation in respect of the interference around the VAR review area is confirmed. The appeal lodged in respect of the laser incident is partially upheld, and the fine imposed on the Morocco Football Federation in respect of the laser incident is reduced to $10,000. All other motions or prayers for relief are dismissed. These, of course, has just been released by the Confederation of African Football, CAF. And the new champions of Africa by this judgment is the Morocco Football Federation. Femi. Look. The way I don't have anything to say right now. But let me be honest with you. The way Morocco looked at the entire scope of the Articles 82 and 84 to find out that for these people to have left the pitch at all meant that they forfeited. They actually filed this protest. It was rejected. They filed an appeal against CAF protesting this same matter. And right now, they have been granted hearing. And the latest is that as far as this case is concerned, this is the judgment. They are the new champions of Africa. Senegal, yes, by their action. The African Cup of Nations, with the results of the match being recorded as 3-0 in favor of the Morocco Football Federation. 3-0. So by the time they walked out, go check Article 82 and 84 of the regulations of the African Cup of Nations. The appeal board made their findings, of course, along those lines and reached a judgment on it. So yes, Morocco are the new champions of Africa. Morocco are the new champions of Africa by this judgment. By this judgment, Morocco are the new champions of Africa. Now, because yes, we have a new champion. Yes, we have new champions of Africa, Morocco. Or you're talking about the Champions League. Welcome to my world. That's how fast things can actually switch. But I can tell you already that the appeals board of the Confederation of African Football have decided. Yes, have today decided that in application of Article 84 of the regulations of the Confederation of African Football African Cup of Nations, the Senegal national team is declared to have forfeited the match. And with the result of the match being recorded 3-0 in favor of Morocco. Yes, a press release coming in from the Confederation of African Football. Well, they have looked at the technicalities. If it's on the strength of what happened on the pitch, well, we know what the scoreline was. We know who was declared the winners, But they have looked at the technicalities that you have no right to come back. If there were, these technicalities exist before the competition itself. So if these were established rules governing the competition, it meant that those Senegal didn't know, as at the time they walked off the pitch, they didn't have any game to play for.
Yeah. I think that what's the name of the captain now? Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
I'm sure he looks at this judgment and he believes that maybe I was right.
Well,
for me to tell these guys not to go off the pitch.
That's the case now. In fact, the players, the entire squad will look at themselves now and say, we know better now.
Yeah.
We probably should have stayed on the pitch and fight it till the very end. You
could have stayed on the pitch and still protest.
Yes. You actually can, because they ended up accepting for the same penalty to have been taken.
Yeah, that is why.
Which meant that if they had stayed on the pitch and Brahim Diaz had not converted a penalty and then Senegal scored the way they did, Morocco would probably not have had a case.
And that is why when we're having that conversation as at January, when we're having that conversation, I said that, is it good that they protested? Yes. But did they do something wrong by leaving the pitch? I think I agree that they shouldn't have left the pitch.
Okay,
now here they are.
That is the story of what happened to Morocco, what happened to Senegal, and what has happened to Morocco. They are, by this judgment, the new champions of Africa as far as this one is concerned. This wasn't only the case they challenged. They challenged the Saibari case, and then, of course, the boy case, the VAR case. They challenged all of those. In some cases, they had the fines reduced. And Saibari's case, the fine stayed. But I'm sure they will not mind being new champions of Africa. Senegal have the alert to send back to CAF. It's $10 million. Please send back to CAF so that CAF can credit Morocco. And yes, if you've spent that money, they would have spent it. Let's take some calls. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Yes, welcome.
In fact, this thing.
What's your name?
I beg you, don't happen for football before.
What's your name, please?
Don't win Nations Cup.
Tell us your name now. Tell us your name.
My name is Adili. What I would advise Senegal to do is to go to CASO so that they can file a complaint and appeal the case, because the way African football is going now, I don't think that CAF president is capable of so many things is happening now in CAF that is not happening before. So that's my take.
The law.
All right, thank you so much. But if this was in favor of Nigeria, you will advise the country.
The law was used to its fullest.
Look, I think the Senegalese guys, at the end of the day, they might come to the realization. Look, I think Morocco were very invested in this thing. And apart from what happened,
they were very meticulous.
I think they had to go through all the rules again, file all the things they had to file. They had this case thrown out and then they appealed to the appeals board. The disciplinary board did not accept it at first. Then they went to the appeals board. So if these rules are there and these rules were flouted, you have to look at it. And then you who have put a rule in place, and then the guys who were declared champions on the pitch are discovered to have flouted the rule, what would you do? Would you respect your own rules, or you will cancel them forever and say it doesn't matter, we have declared a champion already and we cannot change that? You're asking if this has happened in football before. You don't know when the Calciopoli happened in the Serie A, that Juventus were stripped of some of their titles that were handed to Inter Milan. Titles they won in a full season were handed to Inter. Yes, it happened. It has happened before. So all of these things you're saying now, it's like this Manchester City case. They do investigation later and they say it will not be points deduction, that they should strip them of the title. I mean, I've already seen arguments where people have said the years from 2011 to 2018 where Chelsea won all of those things, that those titles were tainted, that those titles should be stripped And they've already started sending message to Richard Masters to say, look, this is not how to address this thing. Not docking points from them, not stripping them of the title is bad for English football. I don't know what that is going to turn out into, but there's already pressure mounting that Chelsea were not fighting fair as at the time other teams were competing with them with lean resources. So if you look at it from that perspective also, those who are presenting such a case, they do have a case. It's not always black and white. As long as the people who are presenting shades of grey can show that it is clear enough that you crossed the line, it is proof, and the weight of proof.
Yeah.
It is law we are dealing with here.
I don't think Senegal have a response to this. I don't think they can have a response to this. And I'm sure they knew when all of this was going on. I'm sure they knew it wasn't a secret that the whole thing has been appealed. Maybe that's why CAF and Morocco had their differences.
Yeah, because all the while Morocco were doing what they were doing.
And so I'm sure CAF probably were not happy that you are going through this or you are trying to do this to us.
Yeah, well.
And that's why probably CAF, that's why Morocco told them, you know what, make we settle this case first.
Again,
we're going to keep on our competition.
Let's not also forget that Morocco, CAF hit both countries with fines, and Morocco, in protestation against the fines that were hit, that they were hit with, they decided to then review the whole issue. And I guess that was where they brought in lawyers and brought in people who looked at all of these things. Again, know-how is very important. Know-how is very important. Because there are things that if you know what you are supposed to do, people will not advise you to say, just forgive and forget, just sweep it under the carpet. If it is truly yours, you know what to do. If it is truly yours, you know what to do. I mean, yes, I will not go more than that. I have a lot of examples, but this is not politics. Let's not talk about all of those things right now. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, this is the locomotion on the line.
Welcome.
Yeah, please, I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Concerning this judgment,
yes.
Can Senegal appeal for it? Can they appeal?
Well, they can, but let's see the weight of the appeal and let's see what will come out of it. They actually can appeal.
Okay, that's after how many days what they will appeal?
Well, it is well within their rights to appeal. I'm not sure of the number of days they have, but they can appeal.
Okay, then another one, this concerning Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know what is wrong with Chelsea Football Club. Honestly, the way they are firing coaches here and there is somehow, honestly. How I wish, they would give this current coach, a chance for him to do that thing. Honestly, this result against the PSG, is somehow, honestly, somehow. I don't believe that PSG can trump Chelsea by 8 goals. I don't see it coming. But anyway, it can happen. That is the football for you. Understand? What I'm just hoping that they should just go back to the drawing board and see what they will do by next season. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Maybe next season, yes, of course, and see what you can do. I mean, there will be a lot of players at the World Cup. Maybe an opportunity for them to also cast their net as wide as possible and spot some of those talents. But please, it is time to start bringing in quality players that can help you compete. Sign them within a particular age window where they are actually playing at their peak or about to burst into their peak, so that you can enjoy their best years. Even if you are looking for resellable value, while you are doing that, be relevant and be winning trophies or be competing at least. Not that if Kopama doesn't come to the party, you already know that it will not pop. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Mr. President.
Yes, good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, this is David from Sports City.
David, you're welcome.
Yeah. So, Mr. President, with this announcement now, that means there's for Nigeria
for
against Congo. And what do you think?
Is it CAF that is judging that one, or it is FIFA that is handling that one?
That's FIFA now.
Uh-huh.
And CAF
This one is no, it's not. CAF CAF is the son of FIFA. Who's their mother?
Their mother is in the International Sports Association.
My brother, my hand not did that place where you go. My hand not did that place where you go. Which one be say? Yeah. So CAF is going to decide that case. Was it a CAF competition? That's a World Cup qualifier.
I think what is probably trying to say is that if at the end of a game that has happened, Morocco can win the case and get the title to themselves, Nigeria still get hope. Maybe that's what he's trying to say.
The weight of what Morocco presented, is it up to what you people presented? The weight of what you presented as your own case, is it as strong as Morocco's own?
Well, see, at least they went into the rules. From what you explained, they went into the rules.
Exactly. And that's for Morocco. Can you beat your chest and say the same for Nigeria?
The same way, they have to go into the rules too now. Nigeria has dug into the rules and have been able to bring out the rules, part of the rules that Congo flouted. Okay? So it's all about the rules now.
No, it's not about the rules. It is you being able to prove it beyond reasonable doubt that this was what you did. It is not pointing at the rules. If you know the rules, you don't know how to apply it. How do you get a case? How do you make a case for yourself? Morocco looked at what Senegal did. And in Senegal's case, it is clear. You walked off the pitch. Maybe, of course, at the time you were doing that, you had already forfeited it. So if you are looking at all of these things and you are saying to yourself that, oh, this is what this competition entails, this is what you must do, this is what you must not do. If you are looking at all of these things, I think you are putting yourself in a position where you want to decide and say, okay, oh, this is what we are going to do, this is what we are not going to do. But for Nigeria's case, I cannot beat my chest and tell you that this is what we presented and this is what it looks like and this is what we are trying to. I don't think I can safely say that. Okay, but again, let's hope what we have done is enough to get us over the line. But of course, I'm sure you followed the whole conversation earlier in the day where we were talking about the World Cup qualifiers, where Nigeria is looking to lodge an appeal. Yes, Nigeria is looking to lodge an appeal and go for it again to say, okay, oh, this thing did not go well, this thing did not go well. By the way, let's look at Articles 82 and 84, where Morocco have actually had a strong case for themselves, using those as the standard or as their, what's it called, where they are actually doing what they have gathered as part of their evidence to present a case. Because Article 82 says, if for any reason whatsoever a team withdraws from a competition or does not report for a match or refuses to play or leaves the ground before the regular end of the match without the authorization of the referee, it shall be considered loser and shall be eliminated for good from the current competition. The same shall apply to teams previously disqualified by decisions of CAF. Article 84 also says, yes, it states, the team which contravenes the provision of Article 82 and 83 shall be eliminated for good from the competition. This team will lose the match by 3 goals unless the opponent has scored a more advantageous result at the time when the match was interrupted. In this case, the score will be maintained. The organizing committee may adopt further measures. Yes, they may adopt further measures. Article 83, let me just read that for clarity, because Morocco actually hinged on 82 and 84. Article 83 says, a team shall not be present on the ground dressed to play. A team that shall not be present on the ground dressed to play at the time fixed for a kickoff or at most 15 minutes later shall forfeit the match. The referee shall register the absence of the team and shall write it in his report. The organizing committee shall take the final decision in this respect. Now, let's go back to Article 82, which clearly states, as I read it, picture what Senegal did that day leaving the pitch. If, for any reason whatsoever, a team withdraws from the competition or does not report for a match or refuses to play or leaves the ground before the regular end of the match without the authorization of the referee, it shall be considered loser and shall be eliminated for good from the current competition. The same shall apply for the teams previously disqualified by decisions of CAF. If they presented this one and you know Senegal walked off the pitch before the referee authorized that, they have forfeited the title.
Yeah.
Yes, they have forfeited
pretty
the title.
straightforward. I think
Forget what happened on the pitch of play. These are the rules governing the Confederation of African Football that Senegal is a member of. So if they flouted this rule at any point in time, it is gone. Yes, it is gone. And that is the case we're having to deal with right now. Okay? Yes, that's the case we're dealing with right now. It has nothing to do with whether you don't cross the line. You don't cross the line. And these rules were made before the competition. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the version of these rules I'm reading right now were done in 2021.
Yeah, it's not a new
it was not it is not new. It was not done by Morocco the moment Morocco had to go and look at everything again. These are the regulations of the African Cup of Nations as stipulated by the Confederation of African Football. Okay? Yes, it is there. You can go check it. Everything you need to know about how they operate. The organizing committee is solely in charge of all of this. And I dare say if that match was not the final, probably Senegal would have been disqualified before the final. Probably they would have been disqualified before the final because that was the apex of the whole thing. That was the final situation. And so after that game, everybody is going back to their country. And so Morocco is filing a case to say, did we miss out on something? Because they have gone back to check all the rules again to see that, okay, where did we get it wrong? Is there no such rule that says if you do not show up or if you walk off the pitch before the referee ends the match, you have forfeited it? Again, having a hot head will not earn you anything. If you are also thinking of your club doing the same thing when these things happen, go and look at UEFA's rules now so that you will not say it's Ojoro.
You know, people were saying that's nice. It's nice that they walked up. They show fit calf. That here you are. Here you are.
Now Nigeria, I don't live all my life.
Now that FIFA CAF will not try rubbish again with anybody.
I know how we can react to things until it is time to defend it. No, may person no go just go do bandwagon effect. Go take jumping on what you know. This one is clearly showing. Now, the case we presented was a case of ineligibility because it is in the constitution of Morocco. In the constitution of the DRC that you cannot hold.
It's not even we don't know what.
If FIFA does not recognize that, especially if FIFA were the same people who cleared these players, you expect them to go back on their words? It go hard, though. It go hard. But yes, of course, we'll still let's take 3 or 4 more calls and then we can wrap things up tonight on the show. Right here. Hello, good evening.
Vicky?
Yes, good evening.
Vicky.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
So Vicky, I need the talk.
Okay, make it quick. Let's go.
Vicky, this judgment now, the case of if pitch win now. So at least Morocco now, the prison, the ones where they put for sale, they sentenced to so years.
That one concern Morocco government, so I don't get any say on that one. Oh. Those ones now.
For the sake of forfeiting the cup for them now, if they go release those people,
that's a different matter entirely. They are not interwoven. They are not interwoven. Yes.
Okay, I understand, sir. But so the case of bringing Nigeria issue, this is two different. See, people when they dream of this Nigeria issue, I tell you, they should forget about now. The truth is that the people that have their own constitution, you want to overnight, you won't go change people constitution, say why they feel the eligible player. If they come out today and say that they change it at that 9 minutes that they played against Nigeria, what do you want for? It's so funny that you know even. Vicky, I agree to now.
Okay.
My Gunners win, Adi.
2-0. 2-0.
2-0.
Yes.
Yes. So
all right. Thank
that
you.
Shows you. Now we the top that table. Now we the top that champion.
Okay. We don't hear now. We don't hear. You never finish. Now just quarterfinal when I enter like this. So the competition don't tie scarf again. At this stage of the competition. You are 3 wins away. If you win 3 matches and you don't lose 2 more matches, you will be champions. So win your home matches, don't lose away, or even if you lose away, win at home enough to be able to win aggregate over 2 legs. You have only quarterfinal, 2 legs to win, semi-final, 2 legs to win, and 1 win in the final. If you win 3 matches well enough and not lose 2 matches bad enough, then you will win the Champions League. But that's the permutation for coaches at this point in time. I'm not a coach. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. Sorry, I couldn't hear you there. I couldn't hear you. Please, when you call, speak up so that all of us can hear you. I mean, if we are struggling to hear you with headphones, it will be much more difficult for those who are listening from home. Just speak up and let's all hear you. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Ugo.
Welcome.
Yeah, so I think that all this thing is all the fault of the Senegal coach, because he was the one that ordered them to leave the pitch. And later on he was apologizing and all those things, but it was too late. I'm sure if you're a professional coach like that, you must have gone through all the disciplinary actions and everything. So I don't know, it does not have any excuses or anything. I'm putting someone for bringing the players back, but it's all the fault of the Senegal coach. And I would just say they don't deserve it. But what I'm just thinking that, assuming this thing happened to Nigeria, we didn't ask the NFF to return the $10 million. But I trust our people, that money they're not going to ever see them.
See, they go wait for you for other competitions. You go win. You know fit.
I just my NFF.
Bros, that story you they talk. By the time they ban you for other competitions for Africa because you owe money, you know go be bigger disgrace. Your FIFA money, if you go World Cup, they go just tell FIFA say creditors, they owe us. Creditors.
The money where you owe me.
Which one be say me? You go. See, now that time when I go even know how some of you will not know the rot of some things until some things happen. There will now come point where we put $10 million between January 18 till now, where we don't put $10 million. Thank God, say not be will, because by now we're going to look for where the money will come out from, and then the stories go long. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Mr. President.
Welcome.
Is David Egono? Can I still speak?
David, what are you speaking about this time?
Yeah, so you know that I come from a family of lawyers.
Okay.
So it's not a matter of who can prove his case. So
yes.
Mr. President.
Yes.
It's a matter of who can prove his case very well. Okay. Because sincerely, this taking a cup and giving it to somebody after they know all this rule, all this why. I don't understand. Because it's very heavy. It is not qualifier. It is final. It is final. It's not semi-final, or it is final. Then that means that once you can prove your case, once any rule is flouted, okay, then let's prove the case now. Let's go and prove it.
It's good, but as much as possible within the rules or the laws of the game, try to win your competition.
Because I'm suspicious. This one, that FIFA is silent. Because I'm suspicious.
There is a confederation that can handle it. How many times does UEFA take its own federation cases to FIFA to solve? CAF can handle this. CAF can handle this. If it goes beyond CAF, it will go to Court of Arbitration for Sports, and think that's the farthest it can go.
Yeah,
it's not a civil matter.
Yeah, I'm just it's sad for them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Anyway, good night. Well done, guys.
David, thank you so much, and bless you as well.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. When people call sometimes and say, "Oh, Nigerians are they want to use backdoor. Want to use backdoor to go to the World Cup and all that."
If we can prove our case, there's no
nobody
backdoor.
cares. See,
there's no backdoor.
What I'm trying to achieve, what I'm trying to say with this is that if you can prove your case,
yes,
and you are sure about what you are saying,
yes,
it does not matter.
There's no backdoor
because any other person too will do it against you.
Exactly.
That is what Morocco have done.
Exactly.
Morocco don't look say. Imagine so person going to tell Morocco say you don't lose now. Accept say you don't lose. Leave
If Morocco at the end of the day present their case and Senegal also present their own case. Morocco and Senegal they look at it. Then it becomes a matter of you being able to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. Mm-hmm. Was there a walk off the pitch?
There was. That is evidence.
Like I don't see any evidence that's going to trump that. But let's see what Senegal will be able to present. Let's see what they will be able to present. But I think it will be very difficult. I think it will be very, very difficult. But exciting days are ahead. Yes, exciting days are ahead. And thank you all for being a part of the action tonight. It's been an amazing time being here with you. Action, of course, brought to you by Heineken. And at some point, we had to deal with some major breaking news on the show tonight. Let's take some of the messages that we have before we call it a wrap tonight. Good evening, Victor and Femi. Isaac texting from Alimo Show. He says, Chelsea, our market, at least I will hear world champions tomorrow. Hala Madrid. Sean from Sulu says, Rosemary, that Chelsea should arrest now. Yes, he said Rosemary. Rosinho, I guess that's what you're trying to say. Chelsea should arrest him now. Hello, Brilla team. Yes, the happiness inside me as Chelsea they lose continuously is making me happy. I have my Heineken set up down and relax, and Chelsea have been engaged in money laundering and child abuse and extortion, buying and signing players for peanuts for a 100 years contract. Then they'll never see anything. The only solution for Chelsea is actually to go and see Odumeje for cleansing. Fidelis from Hull City. Fidelis. This one says, good evening, Femi. I'm Anthony Mecca, and I'm seeing Arsenal progressing to the next round. For Chelsea, they should come back. Okay, all right. I think that is already done and dusted as far as this one is concerned. Let's take this one. It says, Africa is a big joke. As how now? Yes. All because to please Morocco. Bro, this is just crazy. I'm Jesse from Lagos. This one here says, good evening, Victor and Femi. This is laughable. What has CAF done to the referee who is the cause of the issue? Yeah, Muyiwa, this one is coming from you. It says, what has CAF done to the referee that is in charge of the issue? Taking this one here, he says, VQ, so CAF, they quick give judgment like this. But those keeper towel Morocco players and fans they remove to keep players to make players uncomfortable. So Senegal they owe Morocco money like this. Now wow, I am play. Those towel issues you didn't hear it in the judgment I read out. Morocco were also fined for it. Yes, they were fined for it, and that of course is the case. Good evening, guys. I'm Oluwa Shonfumi. Says all this talk of appeal will not even count on more. Apart from what the law being part of CAF's law, it is also part of FIFA's law. Senegal should just cut their losses and blame themselves for leaving the pitch in protest. And shade those Senegal players and their officials will return those medals we honor Senegal government give them to. Well, that will depend on what the government says to them. If the government says return it, what will you do? It means you won't come home for Christmas if you don't return. So says, good evening, my name is Maiwa from the island of Real Madrid. My team just won me 45k. Hala Madrid, a big up to PSG. Good evening, my guys. My name is Dami from Lekki. Please, Mr. President, let's assume that the game was in the semi-final. Then Senegal doesn't win it. What would they do? I don't understand. Honestly, make it clear, and I'll explain what I think.
He's saying that if the game was in semi-final, and that was when Senegal walked off the pitch, and Senegal did not win that game. That means they're already out of the competition.
That means they're already out of the competition.
They might still get fined.
Maybe if they win the game and then there's still some 4-5 days to the final, Morocco can then file an appeal to say final cannot take place. So this was what went down, and then the legalities will kick in. If that will now be sorted before the final, will be a different case entirely. But my name is Elder Sylvester. To me, concerning this judgment, this is not shameful. Is this not shameful for African football? Yes, it says African countries should now begin to invest in developing their facilities. It's not shameful, though. Please, if this judgment was favoring us as Nigerians, we'll be over the moon for this one. I don't think it is shameful. Rules were flouted. And let's have respect for rules. Let's not sweep things under the carpet and say, but you don't pass now. Why are we going back to it? No, it doesn't work that way. Good evening, Brilliant Nation. My name is Mark Gilmore. Texting from, it says, why should CAF come back and tell Senegal to refund the prize money and the trophy after declaring them winner of last competition before international community? Where the ignorance and all these things that you are writing here, please try to make it simple for us because there's a lot to be read. Good evening, Mr. Victor. My name is Adebowale from London. Going by Article 84, where it stated that if a team walked off the pitch, it shall be deemed eliminated from the competition, then the second position should come to Nigeria. Well, you have not lied, but we did not qualify for the competition. We did not make it to the final.
The second, we are not in the final now.
We didn't make it to the final. They have declared them not to be the winners. It means they are the losers. They are the losers, so they switch position with Morocco. Yeah. Not that they will now. No. Yourself, you don't jump 3 pages already now. My question is: are the Senegalese aware of all the rules? That would be their problem. Are they? Don't you know, as a footballer, does anybody need to tell you if you are not the goalkeeper you can't handle the ball with your hand, for you to know that ignorance of the law is not an excuse for violating it? This one says, good evening, Bican. ID will the betting company refund those who punted Morocco to win? You people have started. I have no idea what you guys are doing. Good luck to you. Senegal needs to appeal too, because even CAF flouted their rules by handing the cup to Senegal. Who be this one? You don't come. This one says, Mr. President Anfemo, does the appeal board of CAF have the right to overturn the on-field decision? Fidelis from Hull City. Yes, it does. And this one says, good evening, guys. I'm Emmy, world champion. Intention was to do the Ramontada tonight, but we ended up doing Ramanjago. Okay. You people are just impossible. And this one says, I think the issue is not just Senegal. All other African countries should protest and withdraw from CAF to shame Morocco.
For what?
Abdul Olushola. Shame Morocco for what exactly? What? You people should first things first go and develop facilities in your countries, your respective countries, so that you will not be at the mercy of people who think they can control you. That one, first things first. If every country has all of these things, we don't need to But again, let's not make it look as if Morocco is trying to twist CAF. Morocco has a valid case that they have presented, and they have won it. It is left for Senegal to react to it now. And look, like I said, the coming days will be exciting. I'm here for it. We'll bring you as all the things you need to know about. And yes, it starts from tomorrow. Bright and early. Be sure you don't miss the Big Sports Breakfast Show, because we're already cooking. The guys are behind the scenes, and they are cooking. You better be here this morning. Femi, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a restful night, everyone, and God bless you. Good night now.
Can I get a Heineken?
Sorry, we're out of Heineken. Just kidding.
Is for the way you look at me. Oh, is for the
Unique, balanced taste for that first.
is very, very extraordinary.
Heineken for a fresher world. Not for sale to persons under 18. Drink responsibly.
I don't know, because I never lost a Champions League final.
The best word I can say, but will describe this, was boom.
Sitting here in front of you now, I can't think of anything positive to say at all.
I saw the forecast and I saw the next 2 or 3 days is sunshine in Manchester, so that is the best news.
This is Sports Radio Rilla FM, bringing you the biggest voices in the game.
Yeah.
Thank God for the radio. When I'm on the road, when I'm far from home, feeling blue. Thank God for the radio, playing all night long, playing playing all the songs that mean so much to me and you. Playing all the songs that mean so much to me and you. Thank God for the radio.
Sports Radio, Brilla FM. We are living our dream.